Welcome to the Yum Yum Yogi. Today we will be making orange raisin cake. This cake is eggless and vegan. While making this cake, let's reflect on this thought. I win the hearts of others through the beauty of my simplicity and serenity. For this cake, we need a few ingredients. We need 2 oranges, one for the cake and one for the topping. We need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of sugar, half a cup of oil, 3/4 cup of milk. I'm using soy here, you can use any milk, 1 teaspoon baking soda and 1 teaspoon salt. We need 1/3 cup of walnuts. They don't need to be chopped because we're going to pulverize them. 1/4 cup of soy yogurt or regular yogurt. We use this to replace eggs. And 1 cup of raisins. Now let's take one of the oranges and zest it. I'm using a zester. If you don't have a zester, use a peeler and just peel the orange part of the orange. Just the orange part. See, you shouldn't peel the white part, just the orange part. And cut the orange. If there are any seeds, take the seeds out. Now we take the white part of the orange out because that white part is bitter, so we don't use it in the cake. We use everything else in the cake except the white part. Now take a blender and put the orange zest, the orange itself without the white part, the 1/3 cup of walnuts, the raisins, the oil, the milk. This is about 3/4 cup of milk, 1 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of soy yogurt. We use this to replace eggs. And pulverize to a fine paste. It should be pulverized to a point where you don't see any raisin bits in it. See? So that's how it should be. Now let's prep the dry ingredients. Take a sieve, add the flour in the sieve like you're seeing on the screen. Add the baking powder and the salt and sieve them all together. Now add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. While you're doing this, while you're blending the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients, you have to remember one thing. You cannot handle the dough too much. So just very gently till all the flour is mixed in the wet ingredients. Blend it. Mix it, see? That's how it should look. Now let's prep 9 by 13 inch pan. You put some oil in it and some flour, and like you're seeing on the screen. And now add the batter. At this point you have to preheat the oven. The oven has to be preheated for at least about 5 or 10 minutes before you put the cake in. Preheat it to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And you even out the batter. Remember, you cannot handle the batter too much. So take your hand and shake it so it's evenly distributed in the pan. Now bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 40 to 45 minutes. While the cake is baking, let's prep the topping. We need half a cup of finely chopped walnuts, 1 orange, 1 teaspoon cornstarch and 1/3 cup of sugar. Now zest the orange. I'm using a regular zester here. And juice the orange and take the pulp out this time. So that's the orange juice without pulp. Now add 1 teaspoon cornstarch and mix thoroughly so that there are no cornstarch lumps. Heat a small saucepan on medium heat and add the orange juice, cornstarch mixture. Add the sugar and whisk it till bubbles are formed. There, And now add the zest and switch off the heat. That topping is ready. Set it aside for now. The cake, the way we can test a cake for doneness is insert a toothpick. Now transfer the cake to a wire rack to cool for about 3 minutes, that's all. And while it's cooling, on the warm cake itself, we put the topping. So there the topping goes. I poked it with a toothpick so that the topping goes inside the cake, and also the topping should be slightly warm. So it absorbs, the cake absorbs. Now transfer to a plate that you're going to serve it in and top it with the finely chopped walnuts. There, it's a delicious cake. You have to try it. There, one delicious looking cake. But before we eat it, my dear viewers, I want you to remember, you win the hearts of others through the beauty of your simplicity and serenity.